Good morning. How's your life going? Trying to get off the planet. Not really. Is the coffee working? Is the coffee working? Adjustments to your life. All you gotta do is be interesting, and that's what gets you money, right? Well, anyways, well, that looked weird for a second. How's your life going? Attempting things. Oh, you're talking to yourself again in the third person, disassociative. That's not mentally healthy, or is it? We could just sit here and talk to ourselves, me, forever. Yay! Have an interesting conversation, or else you'll go to the space station and no one will like you there because you've got such beautiful hair and you're gonna live your life without a care. And ducks will come visit you, and then you'll move to Peru. I don't know. Why Peru? South America? Could be an interesting place to go. I got the red curtains in the background. That is a little bit of an eyesore because it 3D comes down. But if I block it, then it's all better. There's nothing you can do about it, sir. Well, talk to the props department, maybe. Makeup. Costume. Wardrobes. Where's my wardrobe? Anyways, we'll go a little. Oh my God, he just ruined his life. No, I did that a long time ago. Anyways, on to a different topic about this fly that's around my nose. You don't see it? I see it. I saw it. Try to go in my ear hole. Not allowed. Not allowed. Do I want to talk about politics or the news on this show? Ha 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 ha. This one eyebrow is fading away. I don't know if I appreciate that eyebrow. Come back, eyebrow. Brow eye. Eyebrow person. Why would you fade away like that, bro? The hair is supposed to stay with us. What was this? It says, invite Eagle One to go live together. No, that's okay. The government is inside of my brain right now. What? Did you just say something odd about your brain hole? No. Why would I? I need sugar. I'm out of sugar for this coffee. It doesn't taste great. I think I should get honey, because I used to put honey in my coffee and it would make it. I could put chocolate in here, little chocolates that would melt. I don't know if that'd be a great idea. He's gonna say anyways again, isn't he? Yep. Anyways, I've been watching lots of movies. I got around 70 movies left till I hit 2,000, and I'm thinking I might hit 2,000 before my birthday, before Halloween, and that'll be a nice celebration. That's the goal. If I don't, no big deal, right? But that is the goal. So I got 3 months to watch 70 movies. It sounds doable. I don't know the math on if I watch however many movies per day, will I get there? I could do that math, but I don't want to. Because then I'll psych myself out, won't I? And I'll be like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch 2 movies a day, or 1 movie a day, or 2 movies every other day in order to meet that goal. And I don't want to do that to myself. That's too much pressure, right? Well, we're waiting for the co-host to arrive. Let's send her a notification. We did it. We have sent her a notification, and now she will receive the notification. The notification will become deep embedded into her psyche, where the notification will breed other notifications, and then it'll swarm and take over her brain. Her brain! Ah! Okay, enough being obnoxious, sir. You're only allowed so much obnoxiousness in this area, so that, wait, you can't mispronounce words like that on purpose. On what? On purpose. Purpose? Bro, it's pronounced purpose. It says right there, purpose. Purpose. Asswipe. He called me an asswipe. How dare he? The insulter. The molecular destabilization of the entire flippin' planet. As he spits all over himself. So you wanted to do more of your creative writing, sir. You started it again, and now you fizzled out on it. And he's going to bring it up right now for where he's going with this creative writing in this script format. Sometimes he doesn't he doesn't keep following that script format. He goes back into just typing it out in not really any format. And then he'll pick up the script format again later. You're judging. Get out of here, Mr. Judge Man. Judge Hammer. Am I going to need my coat? I'm going to go get my coat. Just in case. Just in case. I found it. Just in case Kaya and I wish to do any lawyering. You want to see the outfit? This is the lawyering fit. I should probably put on a new t-shirt too, because I was wearing this one yesterday, but this looks nice on me, by the way. This is our lawyering costume for when me and Kaya are debating, and you put your emphasis on your hands when you're making your points. This way people get afraid of you, bro. Can't come at me when I've got fingers in your face. Oh, so how's your life going? You already asked me that. You want to be more interesting in conversation, huh? Meditation. You want to do some of that? Let's go. Goose rub. I like anger management. He's got like a fish down there. That was a little odd. And then he meets the girl in Boston, and she's wearing a Red Sox shirt, and he just wants to rip it off of her because that's his most hated team. And I was like, oh, okay. Because he's a Yankees fan, Adam Sandler. We're waiting for a co-host to join us on the Donkey Kong Burrito Show. This is the waiting song where we wait for someone to join us on the Donkey Kong Burrito Show. Do you ever feel like you don't know what you're doing? Your whole life is congruent, but wait, there's nothing to it, so just do it. Get off the planet. I know I planned it, but I can't understand it. You can't understand it. Constantly becoming a better space dinosaur, but I forgot what I was fighting for. The pain of the enmity, desire better frequency, moving through vibration, discover new delinquency. I stutter, then I stride. When chronicles collide, the forces earth-shattering have a moment do or die. Whatever I create, I shape. Just add it to my plate, then I'll add a new escape from hate. My wonder will always flourish. Help me encourage. The earth keeps on spinning, trading water with the current. Stuck in the trenches, trouble mending fences. Look yourself in the mirror. I'm pensive. What am I supposed to do? My life is a struggle. What's it come down to? So you might notice I've shaved part of my head. It might not be even in some places. It's a work in progress. Go away, Mr. Judge Man. He's here again. He's in my psyche, bro. He wants to judge me for everything. You know what? We push him away, but what? Come on in, Mr. Judge Man. You deserve a hug. Oh no, Mr. Judge Man. We're loving you. We're loving you. This coffee does a number on my brain hole. Have you ever been inside your brain hole? We're here. We're ready. Okay, we're ready for the dunking. Happiness.
In your butt.
It's in your butt. You gotta throw down the bunt. You don't know what you're doing with your life. You just gotta watch the Donkey Burrito Show. The Donkey Burrito Show.
Welcome. How you go?
We're trying to get off the planet.
I'm trying to rock this planet, bitches. That's what I'm trying to do.
We're going back in time. Okay, so we're doing comedy battles? Is this what we're happening?
I guess so. Let's do it.
Let's just do it. We have to put on the uniform for debating.
I'm just got my glasses on top.
I got my debating uniform.
You're going to be like, how's this funny, Kaya? I don't see the humor here. How's this funny?
Damn it.
Feedback.
So this was a challenge too, is feedback? That I was thinking you got to say a quote from the movie instead of reveal.
We'll see if my brain works for us today. We'll see.
I don't remember any quotes from this one. Reveal.
Oh. I don't remember any from that either. I know I saw it in the theater and I was just like, interesting.
It was bad.
It was odd. I like the casting.
Can we talk about this movie poster where it's just two guys in a white room with a mouse clicker icon and that's it?
Some of the movie posters lately are annoying me.
Like they just gave up on creativity for this one. They're like, they work at Google, just put a mouse thing there. That's it.
What's yours? Yours is 2000 and mine's like an 80s.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a Wedding Crashers 2.0, right?
I see what you're doing. They did collab again, and those two together were funny, and they do have chemistry, but this movie was kind of a bit of a flop. I hear you. I hear you.
The annoying part is when they're like, oh, your kids are too stressed out. You kids are working too hard. Let's give you guys some alcohol. And that'll
Did they learn something from the other people?
You're always on that. You're always on that.
I want to know because they're older and they think they know better, but they don't know better. Just because you're older doesn't mean you know better. You have to relearn shit in the new way. Yeah. Facts. Facts on facts. How's the eagle today? My sister made this shirt for me and it's really, really tiny now because I've kind of outgrown it. And I love this shirt, and it's really old, but it's a Dexter.
You're asking if the older guys learned anything from the younger?
Correct.
Tech people?
Because that's what I'm wanting. If that happened.
Not that I remember.
I know. I don't really remember much of it.
But I didn't enjoy the film because it was meant to be some comedy stuff, and they got to get the girl.
Yeah.
They got to get the girl like she's an object to be one. I
don't like that. I like when people learn something in a movie, but also if it's a comedy, there needs to be a level of humor. And I think they were just relying on this pair. I know there's some other people that they hired that were good comedian type people, but this particular pair, they thought their comedic partnership was going to carry the film or something, cover, carry, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you definitely get the point if we're doing points again.
Thank you. If we're doing points, I win.
I mean,
I'm surprised you picked up.
this for
You
this
wanted to
debate
give me the point.
for this debate, I wanted to include some garbage as
Okay.
well. It's more of like a conversation.
And
Not so
in
much.
this movie, it's like a revenge movie, but it comes across in a comical way. Plus, it's like rom-com too.
Let me just clarify for this game. We don't have to do points. I mean, we can.
Yeah,
It's more of a conversation than a
Okay.
competition.
I agree. All right, on to the next then. I win.
Yeah, sure. Bring
Even though
another.
we said it wasn't a competition. I'm complaining about some of the covers right now. I've come across 3 covers on there that I don't like.
Speaking of chemistry, I enjoyed Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's
Yes.
chemistry in that.
Apologize for me having to squint because I can't see these tiny little boxes.
Why don't I just bring up the Grand Slam right now?
Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Review of Spaceballs.
Reveal.
Because you know you're going to win it, right? And you haven't seen this film. So you
No,
don't
I
know.
vaguely remember that.
We've talked about it a couple times. So again, some of the movies coming up I've probably already talked about before.
Because you're old.
Well, yeah, maybe.
That's
could
an
be the-
80s film, right?
No, that's not. That's Annette Bening. Greg Kinnear, I think, right there. He plays a douchebag, which is kind of funny and comical. This is like the alien leader. This is an alien coming to the planet to procreate. So it's a little generic in some regard, but then there's some high levels of comedy, and I laugh a lot. But that's me. Sometimes I'm easily amused, unlike my friend Sean. He's not always easily amused like Kaya. I'm just saying I'm easily amused. You know it's true. I laugh at stupid things. Like if someone trips, I might laugh.
That's
I
what you
did not
just
do that to you.
did that to.
No, I did not do that to you. No, because you pick on me. I was like, oh, Lord, I'm going to have to defend some movies because he doesn't think they're funny. But it's just because I'm easily amused.
Okay, well, what was a funny thing from that movie?
His crotch made noise when he was aroused. It would be like, and she's like, do you hear that buzzing? What is that noise? What does that sound? He's like, nothing. And he like smack it to make it stop being loud. And for me, that's comical, okay? It's hilarious.
Well, his whole objective was to
Procreate. Yeah, that was what they wanted him to do. But then he learned about human stuff and lives and feelings and emotions that he didn't understand, and he learned how to. So it's kind of a special. So again, learning, spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It was a movie I did enjoy. I watched it many times because there's funny parts, and I like her. You know, there are different roles and different reasons happening. I like it. It's a good movie. Girls is itchy. Love you. Tell me about your movie, Sean. Like we don't know
Love
anything
you.
about Spaceballs.
Except I completely dissed you.
That's okay.
Oh, wow.
What do you mean?
Mm,
What do you mean? What?
I think I have good taste.
You listen, Sean. Sean has Sean's taste. Kaya has Kaya's taste, right? And sometimes we meet in the middle. It's cool. It's all good, right, Eagle? Right? It's fine. I'm not. Did I diss you or did you diss me? I forget what happened here.
Forget about it. I'm trying to forget about it.
Sean, don't take it too personal. It's just we're being silly.
Yeah,
It's just for fun.
I want to find, value in movies that I love. And in order to do that, you got to have the balance in things that you hate, right?
I like your reviews lately. They're really good.
Mm.
It's cute because you do question. I'm not going to be too hard on this. I don't want to be too picky or pick it apart too much. But this, and this I like. This, and this I didn't like. That's a great review. I like it. Very good.
She's gone straight to plaid.
I haven't watched, I'll be truthful with you, I have not watched Spaceballs in many years. I remember my dad liked that movie, if I remember right. Like, this isn't 80s, obviously, right? I don't remember what this one is.
You've captured their stunt team.
I remember Sand in the Desert. I remember John Candy. I don't exactly remember everything, but yeah.
Yogurt. That was his name. Not Yoda. Yogurt. That was great.
That's funny. All right, do you want to go to another one?
Sure,
Obviously, you
yeah.
can't get the point if we're doing pointage.
I don't want to keep track.
Okay. No keeping track. This one I've already brought up before. I don't care. I'm doing it again, everyone. We don't care.
Just a discussion. Ready? Toodaloo!
Oh, I deleted that one off. I'm so glad. We just had another solar flare, by the way, everybody. It's an M-class solar flare. Yay, fun times. Kaya goes crazy and cuckoo nuts, but that's all right. We love her anyway.
Where are we going to fly to once this planet is destroyed by the sun?
Yeah. Right? Because of the greedy energy oil people, that's why. Greedy.
Actually, it's the military that does the highest carbon emissions.
I know, but the billionaire, anyway, we won't go there. We'll get all like anyway. I love it. I don't know who could, like, if we were trying to battle each other, I don't know who would win this one because they're funny. This one's sad at times. Like, it made me feel sad because it was divorce and the separation, and that kind of made me sad when I was watching it as a kid or younger, when I was younger. But I loved his comedic relief. I love when he was singing the Birdie. You know, I just love him. He's great.
Speaking of lessons learned, did the brother learn from taking from the petty cash and buying his girlfriend the diamond necklace or whatever?
I mean, towards the end, they all kind of changed. Like, how can they all change? It was really interesting. The heavy weed one changed and he cut his hair and got like normal and became more family oriented. And
Christina was just like, I need you to get that necklace back from your girlfriend.
The ring. It was a gold ring or a diamond
Whatever
ring.
it was.
Yeah, diamond ring. Yeah, I don't know if he learned. That kid's dead too. There's too many people in these movies that are like, that didn't grow up to like get to do it. It's kind of sad.
That's a movie from the 90s. And they're like, hey, you're hired. Here's petty cash. I would be like, whoa, what?
She's like, you can cash checks from here, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, I'll just dip into it before my check comes. And then when her check came, it was not as big as she was hoping because of all the like taxes and stuff coming out of it. She had no idea it was her first job, basically.
Well, why is that a job perk, petty cash? I have never heard of that in any other.
It is because she was a high level executive, and in some places there is those things are a thing. She was a high level executive where they would take lunch and do things. There was stuff, you could check into. You just have to leave a receipt. I don't know, like it makes sense in some places. Not every job would have that.
She's the assistant to the executive. But
she's an executive level assistant. She's not just like a normal assistant. It's not like a normal.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
That lady, I like her. She's in so many. It's the fucking wow for me. Like,
wow.
Are we Owen Wilson with that? Is that what's happening?
Are we really keeping points? Because I would win, because just based off the impressions here.
Well, the last one you won. This one is questionable. Eagle, who wins this one? Oh, the impressions.
If there was a point, you would have.
There's some serious to this movie as well. It's not just comedy. Same with this one. That's a drama, family comedy or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but beyond the babysitter dying, which is funny. It's funny and weird.
The way they tell the story is funny. The like trauma that the babysitter the reason she even dies is because the teenage son's room like traumatized her into dying.
It's really a growing adolescent type of movie.
Right.
Immaturity.
Right. She looked at magazines and smoked cigarettes. She had no value of her family or anything, and neither did her older brother there until they just decided, okay, or maybe it was her young, I don't know, whatever.
And then at the end, the mom shows up at the big gala that's in her backyard with the pool,
You're in big trouble, young lady.
And I was like, well, she did pull it off, which was great. That
For her
was,
age, 17.
yeah, that was impressive actually that she put all that together.
She learned a lot about herself through that movie, and you know, like that she could do all of that. Her brother learned, like they learned some shit. It's cool. Plus, one of the kids got her under her care. And
Responsibilities.
Fuck responsibilities, man.
Responsibilities. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Um, let's
Yeah.
talk about this film. Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire, and this is kind of a family dramatic and
Her character ended up pissing me off in this movie, Sally Field,
oh,
because
yeah,
she was very. There's a whole reason why, but
rigid and controlling.
right, like
Yeah.
he's having a birthday party for the kid or whatever, and there was
Got a
like a lot of
donkey to show up.
that was cute, like a
he was
zoo.
overspending on their money. He's just like
Yeah.
he's like whatever. It's memories.
And then Pierce Brosnan was in it as her
I
new
agree,
man.
but that is not a good argument to disguise yourself as a woman just to get back into your family. Bad plan, when you
I
say.
know that's true. That's true. But again, in that regard, he then got to know her at a different level than from because she was always irritated with him and pissed off and annoyed with him, right? So he got to know her from a different level and see intimate things that he didn't even realize as a husband. Like holy shit! Like he learned more. He learned more.
All about
Anyway.
the learning. All about the learning.
I know that's where I'm at, people. Okay, what can I tell you? We're old. We have to learn some shit before we die.
Something happened at the pool. Remember the pool scene?
What did happen at the pool?
Well, she was there as Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't quite remember.
I don't remember, but you're
making
right.
fun of Pierce Brosnan's character, right, or whatever.
I guess I don't remember that part very much.
Anyways, at the ending dinner scene is quite the trabacle. I don't even know what that word means. I just made it up.
I love when you use certain words. It's funny. It's entertaining.
And the whole zaniness of going back to this table to meet with the executive, going back
Oh,
to this
God.
table to meet with the family, and then
Yeah.
he goes and sits down as Mrs. Doubtfire at the executive's table, and he's like, What are you doing?" "Oh, this is the character for a new TV show." He's just like, "I love it. Let's do it." And then at the end of the time, he sent a hot pepper shrimp to
Oh.
Pierce Brosnan's table, and he's like, "Oh no, I've killed the poor bastard." Goes over there and does the Heimlich on him, and the wig falls off to the reveal. Oh no, it's been Dad this whole time.
And then the kids are kind of upset, right? They were upset with that, right? I think they actually really liked Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, I'm
Were
sort
they
of
upset? I can't remember. I haven't watched it in some time, so I'm wondering.
overanalyzing it right now to be like beyond Robin Williams' silly impressions at the beginning and cooking disasters where he lights his boobs on fire. What real comedy is there in this overall?
So yeah, because you have to. I was looking it up and trying to figure out. Okay, so there's humor that is amusing. So obviously,
Lighthearted,
yeah.
playfulness, goofiness, and that's
Yeah.
just his character. Well, that's the actor overall.
I
is
would
Robin
say
Williams.
most of the movie had that in it. You know, yes, there
Except
was some
for
sad
that-
parts.
except for that ending.
There's still comedy in it because your wig falls off. Yes, it's an exposure, but he at the ending of him going back and forth and doing that, he's trying to balance everything and he can't balance it all, and then he fucks it up, and then the wig comes and the whole thing. So that's still comedy in a but yet a shocking exposure, and everyone's feelings are involved, emotions.
I get the point.
Fine, you can have this point.
Because it's really my show, don't you think?
Yeah, it's your show.
It belongs to me. I own it.
All right, bitch, let's go to the next one then.
Bitch. She did not just bitch me.
I know, some of my kids, like older daughter says it all the time. Did I do this one?
No.
Yeah, okay.
It's like some people just sell out for money, and that's really sad, man. It's really sad.
I am amused by this movie, and I had to pull this movie today.
Isn't that Bruce Willis as
Bruce
the
Willis's
voice?
voice, even when the sperms are coming in.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know. They're like, get to it, get to it. Who's gonna get it, man?
I probably shouldn't have been watching that as a child, but I did.
Also, John Travolta and how he knows how to like do all the cheap bargain things in the city, plus the grandfather. You're looking out for the grandfather. There's a lot of parts of this movie I like.
She's going on a date, and he goes like, "Come here, man." He's like, "She's the kind of girl that likes to be bossed around. She doesn't want doors open
pay
for
for
her. She doesn't want. She wants to pay for everything. You know,
Love
totally disrespect the crap out
He
of her.
sabotaged
She'll
that date
love it."
hard. Yeah.
And he listened to him. I was like, "What
I
a
can't believe you put this
goof."
up against Wayne's World, because Wayne's World's so good in a classic.
She had the worst date ever because of him. Beyond that, that's a little bit funny, I guess, for a bit. Where's the rest of the humor for that film?
I mean, I think there's a lot of humor. First of all, the baby just talking, like they're carrying the baby around. The baby sees a woman with boobs, and he's like, you thinking what I'm thinking? He's like, yeah, lunch. I mean, that's right in the main preview because it's a funny part. It's a little objectified, sure, we get it, we understand. I don't remember if this was the 90s. I'm guessing.
No, that's correct. That's what boobs are for.
Objectified,
Like,
or how they
that's not
lunch.
really, especially for babies, right? Like, that's not.
I
That's what
think
boobs are for.
there was a lot of humor in this film, especially the baby talking all the time, like the baby and this baby attitude and his baby perspective, and you have Bruce Willis communicating that. It's pretty funny. Okay? Yes. Correct.
Go on.
No, you go on. You tell me what's funny about this movie.
Please. I mean, what did he write on the back of his car? Like, this dude blows chunks or whatever.
This man has no penis, I think is what he wrote.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that. This man has no penis, which I'm pretty sure he did do that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Something like that, though. Something inappropriate and really highly entertaining. It certainly does suck. What's that doing? It sucks while it cuts. Save me, it's sucking my will to live.
But if you blow chunks and you hurl, it'll be
It's
a
over.
bad time.
It's over for you. There's a lot of funniness in both of these films, obviously. I like Wayne's World a lot. If we're playing this game.
Chris Farley is with a little cameo.
I forgot about it.
Oh, I don't do a good Chris Farley impression, but
I forgot about it. All right, you get the point. Let's go to the next one.
let's do the Scooby-Doo ending. Let's do the happy ending. It's quirkiness.
I know. It's great. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
isn't
trouble
it-
because you're gonna make me try to tell you what's funny about every movie just because
I think
I enjoy movies.
It is the first movie where she goes and does the snake music video with the snake on her. And she's like, "I think this snake is sleeping."
I don't remember that.
And then like he goes there to see if she's cheating on him or whatever, and he's just kind of jealous of her success or whatever. And then he learns that she wasn't, that she was just chilling out, that she's just
I like
making it-
and I like the comedy with Rob Lowe's character because he kind of
spam.
I forgot something I was gonna say, but yeah. Yeah, like some of this movie's annoying.
So I get the points again.
She's hooking up with like her boss. Her boss is married, promising to leave. That's an old storyline that comes up in a lot of films. But whatever, it's fine. Let's go to the next movie.
And look who's talking.
Yeah,
Okay, I got the point, by the way.
I know.
Reveal.
Oh,
Do you know this one?
yes, I've seen that one. It's funny. He's getting that guy to do like he's like a doppelganger. He's getting him to stand in for that guy in the movie, right? To
Because
be and he's
he wants to make an inexpensive movie, and he couldn't get the star that he
right,
wanted.
right.
So he has to shoot around him and pretend
I
that
like
he
it.
signed on to the movie. It's a good concept. Heather Graham is nice in it too. Um, is it funny all the way?
I
Like,
know.
I don't know. What is yours? Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
Haven't
It's
seen
it's
it.
kind of annoying at times because it's a mother, teenage daughter, like, trust me, I understand this. It's like there's a little bit of friction and issues. She's getting remarried, but she has really boring style, and the daughter is really just like a teenage daughter, excuse me, and kind of bratty. And so they do switch places, which I enjoy, is very good. The mother comes out of her shell by being with the daughter and sees what the daughter goes through at school and how there's like little bratty girls picking on her, the bratty teacher. Then she's like, now I know why you're picking on me, to this guy. Hi, Lonnie. To this male teacher. He's like, because my mother turned you down when you asked her to go to the prom. That's why you're picking on me. And like, and so the mom realized some things as her character, and it was kind of funny and good. The daughter was a really good guitar player, but the mother couldn't play guitar and had to stand in and do it one time, and it was not good. It's just kind of a cute movie. I like it. There's some cute parts.
You remember a lot about it.
I don't know if you would be amused or not, but I like it. There is a part that reminds me of myself in it. The grandfather keeps thinking that there's earthquakes or something. Like someone starts to move the table and jiggle it. He's like, is there an earthquake? And they're like joking on him or something. Because I hate earthquakes. They freak me out. I've had one in Vermont, and it freaked me out. So that I recall. And I was like, and then I kept thinking we're always having an earthquake. But anyway, it's fine. It was 2002. And that was a long time ago, but I'll remember it. So anyway, I like Steve Martin, and this role is kind of funny when you think about him being a stand-in, and he has to act that character, and you have to believe he's this dorky guy that's trying to be the star.
I think
That's
Eddie
funny.
Murphy did a great job as both
Yeah.
the star celeb that couldn't be bothered and this geeky guy that didn't know what he was doing.
I'm really glad you found some good older one. Like you found a good one to pull out.
But I question though, because I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it. I don't remember a lot. Where's the comedy? Like,
Yeah. So I think a lot of times comedy isn't just making you laugh hysterically. It's a joyful amusement and the like physicality of this role and stuff. And it's also being a little shisty because he's like making him pretend to be somebody else and stuff too. But just because you have Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy, who are comedians in this film, it kind of is physical and, physical comedy. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it. I kind of would want to rewatch it because I need to be refreshed. How old is that movie? I forget.
late 90s.
Because and also like you're trying to make a movie. People will see this movie. You're trying to do it on a budget. I remember they're like running across the lanes, like the interstate or the highway, to capture a video, like to get the footage. But it's like dangerous.
Yes.
He's making him do that. There was no like, provisions made. If you're going to do a film like that, people would be there and there'd be security, there'd be things going on to make this happen.
You
And they're
have
just like
all kinds of
dangerously running
safety
across.
precautions. Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
yeah.
And then there's other goofy stuff, like I think something about the main character's going to get ice cream or something, and he like spills it on him. I don't remember.
Oh, I definitely think I need to rewatch that one.
Yeah,
just
but
to
I
see.
remember enjoying the concept,
Right.
and
The
I
concept.
enjoyed the overall of the movie. Again, though, humor is tricky. I
don't know.
If we could
You've not
control,
seen this, so
if we could control IMDb, we would change a lot of comedies that are on
some of
there.
the boxes. All right. Well, do you want to tie this one? Because I don't know.
No, you get the point because
You haven't seen it? You're just going to give me the point?
you made the argument that there is at least more humor in yours.
I mean, I would say they're close humor-wise. This is kind of like a mixture of like family drama and comedy. So I like them both. They're good.
Spam.
You keep getting spam?
I don't like spam. Yeah. Okay. Ready? We're going streaking.
Oh, old school. Ah.
Oh my God. I almost included something about Mary in mine.
Did I tell you that Ben Stiller, I must have told you, Ben Stiller was seen here in my like town at the local like gas station / coffee Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm like, I have a picture on here. I could find it and put it on there, but
Is that hair gel? Let me just
this movie is like over the top in so many levels.
Frank Dempsey.
He zips his
He was
weenie up.
masturbating. He was masturbating.
The guy that was faking an injury, faking being a pizza dude when he was somebody else, like all of those crazy things. Or was he the pizza dude? He was faking being a lawyer with an injury. I don't know. I forget. There was just so much craziness. I actually really enjoy this movie. And I enjoy this one too. So
Brett Favre makes a cameo. It was weird.
Oh, that's right.
What was it? The bit about the rest stop, where they're doing gay orgies.
Okay.
And like all these dudes pop out of nowhere when he's taking a piss. He's like,
it was like
wait,
a
what?
killer on the loose through the whole movie. Remember, there was a killer. That's where they were always picking up. That's where the killer would pick up people, a hitchhiker or something. Remember? The killer was on the loose. I'm pretty sure. Although, again, it's an older film, so who knows? A lot of lines from this movie too.
Mm-hmm. Such as?
One of my favorites is earmuffs. Every time they're talking adult humor in front of the kids. Use your earmuffs, kids. You know, that was
earmuffs.
I used to play the earmuffs thing on my kids because I thought that was funny. You know.
You got that from this movie?
Correct.
Nice.
I did. I did. There's just too many funny parts. The streaking part.
You learned something from the movie. How to control your kids. I'm gonna take this jacket off. I'm too hot.
It's warm. I looked up the temperature. You got like a 95-degree day out there, I think.
Whew. We're going streaking. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God, the person that they hired to teach them, and we're not going to discuss this in detail, but to teach them how to give a proper banana job.
Yes. Was who? Who was that actor?
I love that guy. What is his name? He is hilarious.
Andy Dick.
Yep. He was good in that. He's in a lot of their movies as like a little side character or something. I like him.
You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy.
I know.
Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Man, if I could die the way Blue did with two strippers that I'm gonna wrestle, that'd be something.
Was it Snoop Dogg doing a concert and he comes out streaking in the middle of that too?
Yes. We're going streaking. And nobody followed him. I thought that was funny.
There's a lot of good parts.
Frank the Tank.
I don't think you've seen good, what is it called? Good something. It has a lot of the same characters and stuff.
Me and the wife are going to what did he say? What store? Like Home Depot tomorrow. We're going to be buying some lawn chairs. It's like, just do a shot. No. Me and the wife, we're going somewhere tomorrow. He's like, just do one. He's like,
because he had no ability.
I'm doing one.
And then all of a sudden he's there. Yeah, I know.
Frank the Tank.
All right, let's move on. Which one?
Who wins?
I don't care.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't care. I'm gonna find. Okay, I'm just doing this one because it reminded me of that a little.
Reveal. Can't hardly wait versus...
Oh, when they're trying to rescue that large gentleman from the upstairs in the fire, and he falls down and like toots in his face. Oh my god! My favorite part of this one, Can't Hardly Wait, is Seth Green's character, and this character here who has a how much he can drink card, and he's like, and then suddenly he's singing Paradise City from Guns N' Roses up on the stage, and he's like throwing the card out and he's over it. Those two characters for me were the funniest in the movie.
How was Seth Green's character funny? Like he locks himself in the bathroom with that girl.
He was
and-
obsessed with getting laid, which, you know, he's a teenage boy who's not. And then he had a whole backpack of provisions, which was a little out there because he didn't have a girlfriend. He's trying to hook up with all this bag of perversions, if you ask me, not just provisions, but perversions.
The way he talked was like putting on a persona.
Yeah,
and
he
nobody
hung
thought
out
it
with
was
like
cool.
other dudes or something, and he was like, yeah, they were like putting on that. What do they call it? A wigger? They call that's. I don't know if you're allowed to say that, but they would.
I wouldn't, but fuck. No.
I shouldn't have said it. Now I'm mad at myself. Fuck.
Anyways,
I'm from an old era where you're not supposed to say shit now.
it's more of a romance film, teen angst.
Yeah, it's like crushes and this and that, and he wants to like move on and get rid of the girl. And he always wanted the girl. So some of that's
We went and saw that movie in the theater with my distant cousins who were really
you better
young.
not post this or you're gonna have to take that part out because I'm
We
freaking
were-
upset with myself.
We were really young at the time, and I guess my dad didn't know what it was going to be. And then, like, I don't know, they were like from Oregon or something, and they don't watch like raunchy comedies like that at all. So they were not used to that movie at all. So yeah, it wasn't a great experience for them.
I'm so hot and mad at myself for saying it.
Don't worry, don't worry about it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I mean, maybe.
Aliens, dude, the government has revealed they know the aliens exist.
They've always existed. They're only just telling us a bare minimum
and
anyway,
like
you know.
nobody cares.
That
The
was
cost
funny.
of living is too high.
Food.
gas
I can't
is
go to the
too
grocery store
high.
and buy anything anymore.
The gas prices are too high. Rent is too fucking high. Nobody cares. Okay, aliens exist. Thank you. Now what?
This movie is funny, but a little bit like annoying at times, you know, because Adam Sandler's playing the really dirtbag guy that likes women, hardcore player.
Which guy?
Adam Sandler's character in your
Oh.
movie plays the hardcore, you know, game womanizer.
Patted on her boobies.
Oh, that's right.
Because
Forgot about that.
he was playing a gay guy, and like he's like, yeah, but he's like, I like fat men or whatever. Like,
For me, the humor really lied in his silliness and him, who was like the straight and narrow dorky guy who got drunk and had the time of his life. Okay, I thought it was funny. He crashed
guess.
that party.
and then he became popular or whatever.
Yeah. It was the last night to do, you know, sign the yearbook and this and that and whatever. Remember Clarissa, that Clarissa show or whatever? That girl was in it, like a
Yeah.
tiny piece. Yeah.
And the guy who plays the fairy dude in mine, Nick,
I like him.
whatever his name is, I hate him.
I like it, but I liked him playing that role. He did a great job. It was great. It was great. Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. No,
yes,
it
it was.
fucking wasn't.
It was funny.
The
It was good.
whole movie is good.
Not all the movie, not the whole movie. Of course not. There's always like parts I'm not gonna like, but
Do you like movies where, you know, they just flat out lie and become something that they're
you know
not?
that I don't like that. I
Yeah.
don't like it. I like when their people are authentic. I like that. But
Well, you should
How do you-
hate this movie.
I know,
You should.
how can you be yourself? I do like that Rob Schneider's character. They totally made him different in this movie. Oh my gosh. And I like the homeless guy that's doing the dance at
What
the
did
wedding.
they make Rob Schneider into in this one again?
He was like kind of Asian almost.
Right. He playing super racist roles. He does that often. I guess
that's
he doesn't.
interesting. Yeah, you're right. They do that. You're right. They
He'll
do
play a black,
do
He'll
that.
play a black guy when they need him to. He'll play any racist, derogatory. He'll
Really?
do it.
I know, because in the New York, the Big Daddy one,
He'll play the roles that no one wants to play.
and it's a small little role, but he was in it nonetheless. All right, who wins this one? If we're doing that, or do we give up?
If there was slightly more comedy, something to laugh at, you would win.
Oh, okay.
Harley Waite would win by a notch.
I like I kind of like, first of all, Dan Aykroyd is in yours as their chief or whatever.
Right.
Who's that guy that I enjoy? That singing in the shower part. Oh my god, that singing in the shower part was hilarious.
I think I've blacked out.
Every woman. Yeah.
I think I've blacked out for my own mental health most of that movie. And I just remember, what's his name? Nick whatever, in the little fairy costume, and he's just annoying or whatever, and he talks with a lisp and whatever. And I just didn't care. I didn't care for this movie at all. Like, red light, I would throw up the red light if I read that script. Sorry.
But so, like, if you're getting paid to be in a movie, wouldn't you just take a role and go with it? Would you have played his role?
If I'm the network executive, Kaya.
Okay, but I asked you if you were the hired actor hired to play that fucking role.
I don't care.
And dance around and be happy.
At the desk. Shut up. I'm the person at the desk reading the script, red light or green light, go or stop. This one would be a stop. Don't make this. And like, maybe the gay community might have had a problem with it, or maybe they might have totally accepted it. I don't know.
Yeah, how long ago was this movie made? I mean, it's a good question. I don't even know. That's interesting.
2012, I think.
Do you remember there was the movie 3 to Tango with the guy that played Chandler, Matthew?
Yes.
Henry?
No, I like that movie.
But he also pretends to be gay when he's not. Well, they first assume he's gay and then he goes with it.
Yes, that was the technicality. Was the technicality. He never actually admitted that.
But then he started to stand up for it and learned about the community that he didn't know anything about. So
and he's like in her apartment and they're like hanging out and she's just like, I'm gonna go take a bath, and then she gets full on naked in front of him. That's on her. Like, girl, what makes you think that's okay to do?
She had no boundaries. She just came into his apartment right away.
Just because you assume that he's gay, you think you can be naked in front of him. What is that about the girl mind?
Drinking and having girl talk. She just had no boundaries. None.
What is that about the girl mind that thinks that is acceptable? Oh, it's he's gay. He won't want me. I'll just take all my clothes off. What is that about?
I enjoyed that movie though.
Answer the question, Kaya.
No, fuck off and let's go to the next one.
Anyways.
Oh, Lord. Way to find one.
You ready?
Yeah.
Have you seen my red stapler? Have you seen my red stapler?
I had that movie on my list.
It's almost the same poster.
My God.
Isn't it?
Yeah, the white and the... Yeah. Kind of is.
What would you do with $1 million? 2 chicks at the same time.
I love that. So good line.
Guy like me, 2 chicks at the same time.
I mostly like this movie. He had a couple of weird insecurities that came across in his relationship with Jennifer Aniston. But most of this movie is pretty funny. When he just doesn't care because of the
take a penny from the tray, right? She's like from the blind kids, from the poor kids. Like, no, he's like, no, that's the jar. You take the leave a penny, take a penny tray.
Everything about it, I love it. I love so much of this movie. Yeah,
it's that movie that would come on Comedy Central, and you're like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it again.
When they beat the heck out of the fax machine and kick it, and that guy's Naheem is kicking the hell out of it, like his foot's going up so high, he's kicking it so hard.
It's good to be a gangster, a real gangster. Bow, bow, bow. It was good stuff.
I'm laughing so hard. Oh,
she's wearing all the flair. She's wearing all her flair pins, and she's like, how many pieces of flair do you get to wear? And she's like, well, we get to choose which pieces of flair we want. This one I like because it says happy.
She's like, I don't even care about my flair. I don't want to talk about my flair. I didn't pick them. I didn't care.
her boss is like you need to wear the flare that says this instead of that, and she's just like,
He's like, the bare minimum is 15 pieces. Do you want to do the bare minimum? Do you? Do you want to be the bare minimum? Is that the kind of person you'd like to be?
and she quit. I loved it.
Yeah, I know. Here's my flare.
He's all like, do you like kung fu movies? And she's like, I love kung fu movies. You just turned me on. I was like, my kind of lady
That movie's funny.
who wants to watch kung fu movies with
When
me.
he gets interviewed after his hypnotist like dies in the middle of his being hypnotized, and then he just everything's good because you say everything was bad. It's the worst day of my life. The worst day of my life. Every day you see me is the worst day of my life. Now he's like, la la la, nothing matters. Everything's great. And he just takes a work trip and a vacation. He turns off his phone. He doesn't care. Nothing bothers him anymore. Shows up to work when he fucking wants to. He takes the doorknob off because it always static shocked him. He kicks down he guts a fish at his work table. Like he just is going nutty. And then has interviews with these boss people that come in. And they love him. They love him. The Bobs. They love him. Like he has management material written all over him.
The guy who comes to their door, he's like, "Hi, I used to be addicted to crack cocaine. Would you like to buy some magazines?" And he's like, "Wait, you used to be addicted to crack cocaine?
How do you launder money?
You know how to money launder. Come in here. You know how to money launder." And they explain the whole thing about how they need to do some money laundering. He's like, "That's just a story I tell." To try to sell magazines, my guys.
Then they buy $14 magazine subscriptions
just
from
to
him.
keep him quiet.
It's a silly movie, but the ending is killer. It's so funny. I like it.
Yeah, because the red stapler guy sets the whole building on fire.
Okay, because I'm gonna set the building on fire. I can set the building on fire because they keep moving him, and they like don't give him his paycheck anymore. They thought that he'd been fired years ago.
I'm going to set the building on fire. I love his character. I love it.
His character is great. I like him.
Elf. Talk about Elf.
Elf. Oh my gosh!
We're going to see Santa. Santa's here.
You smell like tacos and I don't know, whatever tacos and beef or something. Remember?
I think Will Ferrell's exuberance sells a lot of the film.
I know, and I got Peter.
High energy.
Peter Dinklage in this film.
Is he?
I like him.
Talk about a joke from it.
I don't know. It's all good. He likes maple syrup on everything. You got to put it on the spaghetti. You drink a big bottle of soda and then burp really loud. You cut down a Christmas tree from Central Park. You throw snowballs at the kids that were picking on your sibling or whatever. I don't know. It's just like, it's funny. I don't know. But this movie, I feel like almost is a little better. Your movie.
You like Office Space more? We're not doing the points anymore.
Okay,
Just talking.
Good. I like when he falls in love and he finds out what love is and he just learns things. He's very, very naive, of course, when he gets there because he's been living in a different, community. So when he gets there, he's naive and he has to learn stuff.
How did it start again? He was a baby that was abandoned at the
He was in an orphanage and he crawled into Santa's bag. So when Santa got back to the North Pole, there's a baby there and they're like, where's this baby come from? And there's a diaper that says, so he didn't take it back. He just raised the kid there with all the elves, which is funny because he was like an orphan.
And then he kicked him out of the...
No, he realized he had a dad. Somehow he realized he was human. And then he wanted to know about his dad, and his dad was in New York City. So they told him a little bit about his dad, and then he went to go see his dad. And that's when he experiences everything and learns everything along the way. So that's interesting.
People seem to really enjoy the film as a cult classic, sort of.
It's definitely good.
Obnoxious. It's in the realm of obnoxious humor.
People dress up and impersonate this situation.
Really?
Really. Andrew Dice Clay met a guy I think there might be a TikTok guy that does this. There's also one that does Napoleon Dynamite. But this TikTok guy was in New York City and he met Andrew Dice Clay, and Andrew Dice Clay put a picture of him on his Instagram and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, I love you, man.
As a cosplayer, that's cool.
Yeah. What do I have left?
I got a lot left. I'll do another bad one.
Bad? What is bad?
Oh, it's bad. Reveal.
Shit. There we go. What do you mean it's bad? Emoji Movie?
Yeah.
It's you don't like it? Oh, that's right.
It was just a big advertisement movie for like Instagram and Facebook and other
Oh.
apps. Candy Crush.
Yeah, that seems boring. I don't really like gaming much, so I don't think it would entertain me very much.
Patrick Stewart is the poop emoji voice. I'm not
My
sure
sister does
why.
like Patrick Stewart.
I'm not sure why he signed on for that role, but
I
okay.
think that Patrick Stewart's my son's favorite. My son's favorite person, like actor person or something. He loves him.
And what
But
is
yeah.
your movie?
Over Her Dead Body. I did mention this before. That character from the last movie, Office Space, is in this.
Yeah.
You know, the stapler guy. I can never remember his name. Anyway, I enjoy this film. It's Paul Rudd, though, and I know you're not a big fan. Lake Bell. What's her name? Longoria Park. They changed her name. Is that her name? Anyway. So she comes back as a haunting situation. She's a pretend psychic that actually sees her. And she does some scary things, and scary things like just that are comical somehow. She'll like go to her, she's in the gym working out, and she'll come in and set a fake alarm off, and she like leaves with soap in her eyes and a towel wrapped around her body, and she's hearing like beeping, like the fire is going off. So she runs out of the shower with, like I said, soap in her eyes and hair, towel on her body, all wet, naked, and everyone's like looking at her like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because this girl made a fake alarm and nobody heard it but her. So just to torment her.
I don't understand the premise of
Okay, I'll try to explain it better. She was engaged to him. She died at the wedding when the ice fell on her. Sculpture killed her. I'm just going to have to tell you the whole story, apparently.
Wow.
And then he is like sad boy for a long time because his fiance died right at their wedding before they got married. So his sister tries to help him by setting him up, sort of. Or they run into each other, meet each other, and then there's like, it develops into them getting to hang out, and then she gets jealous. She gets jealous and comes and starts haunting her.
Okay.
Out of jealousy, because she doesn't know why. There's a lot of comedy. I think it's pretty good comedy, but that's me.
It almost sounds like the Mark Ruffalo movie.
It sounds similar, yes. You made me think of it one time when you were talking about that. Hello, whatever. No, Here Again, or Hello, whatever that movie is. I don't know what it's called.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, because when you're talking about that movie, I think of this movie. And I think of Ghost Town as well. Similar things when they're being haunted for funny reasons. Did I do it?
No, I was just anticipating it.
I know, that's funny. I didn't know if I did it or not. That's some funny shit. Like you were just anticipating, like you felt it. You're psychic and you could feel that I was about to do it.
Just Like Heaven.
Just Like Heaven.
Yeah.
It's a little like that one, but that one's not, I mean, it's different because, she's not really even dead. She's just in a coma. This one, she's dead and haunting her because she's jealous. And also the guy from, and I can't think of his name, if it's Jason Biggs from American Pie is also in this. And he comes across as she thinks he's gay and they're best friends because he never told her he wasn't. So there's a lot of similar storylines going on with this film.
Did you hear about that actress that stabbed her husband?
There's been a lot of this.
Reese.
Not Witherspoon.
No, with a knife. Ba-dum-bum. Got you with the dad joke. Ha 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 ha.
Wow.
Woo!
On to the next movie, I suppose.
I got her.
I think you did.
That's the setup for that joke, by the way. You should try that on somebody.
That's messed up. I don't watch news and shit, so people have to learn everything from TikTok. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh,
I love David Spade.
God, no. Ah!
It's hard for me not to pick a bunch of the same movies that I've already picked on here because I love them.
You
That's a
get
good
pulled
match.
over by cops, and I've always wanted to try it. This of being like, oh, bees, bees! They run out of the car like bees. Oh no, they're hornets. Oh, they're attacking us. And the cops
Are you
like,
looking at the joke lines right in front of you?
no, I just remember this. Like,
Oh,
the
I thought
cop-
you were looking at a line like literally in front of you on your computer screen that says the
the
line.
cops are like, I'm allergic to bees. Like, I don't know if I am, but I ain't going over there. And they leave. I was like, I can't believe that worked.
That's good. I love it. That's funny.
And there's some slapstick in it
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like the
Like
guy,
Dumb and Dumber stuff.
the guy gets into the crash dummy test site, and he's like strapped to the chair, and like boom, in the head. Dan Aykroyd's hairpiece comes off, and he's just like, I didn't see nothing.
Sorry about the yawning. I'm drinking a Gatorade type or Powerade, not coffee, but it's making my tongue yellow and orange.
We either have to wrap this up or take a bathroom break. What's it
I
gonna
say
be?
wrap it up for now because I'm getting tired.
Okay.
I like playing games with you, though. It's fun talking about the movies.
Yours is Uncle
Uncle Buck.
Buck.
And that's old humor. Pretty old humor.
I like when the kid's doing the rapid fire questions at him.
I know.
He's like, "What's your record for questions in a row?"
And there's silly parts, like he's making giant pancakes on a giant griddle using a snow shovel to flip it. I'm like, how? How did you have that giant griddle? What are you going to eat this off of? Like how did he do that? It's so over the top.
I don't know.
But interesting, having a cool uncle, I guess, right?
Anyways, thanks for coming, everybody. Awesome of power.
Every hour. If you push post this, you have got to take that part out.
I'll do what I can. Okay, bye.
Bye.